Hey, what's up guys? This is Aaron from Finctum Languages and you're watching my Storytime Saturday video series. And today's story is by Elysse from Ellyse Speaks, and you can check out her Instagram and YouTube by following some of the information that I'm going to leave in the comment section of this video. And today Elysse is going to share a story from her own personal experience about some unprecedented, unstereotypical German hospitality that she experienced while she was in Germany. Just a quick reminder that this video series is open to stories from any language learner. So if you have stories about languages or language learning or anything related to that, this is open to you. I'm giving this forum for anyone to share their stories because I want to hear stories from other language learners. So that's all I have to say about that. Please enjoy this video from Ellyse Speaks.
It's the morning after, and I need pads and shampoo. Everything's closed. So you do the math. Don't know how today's gonna go, and that's just one period. There's like a bakery nearby, so I can get some breakfast there, but I'm hungry. And I need pads. You don't understand how bad I need a pad. I gotta get comfy because I feel like I'm in somebody else's house. It feels weird to not be on my channel. Hallo ihr Lieben, my name is Elysse de Vega, also known as Ellyse Speaks on Instagram and my other channels, so I'm usually talking about something or blabbering about something language related. But this week I'm a guest on Storytime Saturday, so thank you so much to Aaron for having me as a guest on his channel. It's very comfy here. Starting to like it. Everybody loves a good story. So today for Storytime Saturday, I'm going to be talking about one person that, changed my whole opinion about, German people and German culture, and also made me realize that my German is still terrible, even after 4 years of studying it. 4 years! 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 years. 5? I don't know. So first I guess we should talk about my history with German because it's been a long one, a rocky one. I started learning German in high school when I was around 15 or 16. And if you are from the United States, basically you know how high school language courses tend to be in public schools. It was, very limited and it had basically no speaking practice. It was just, grammar, orals on the spot, but not actual conversations. If you go to public school in America, that's what you're signing up for basically. So, my contact with actual spoken German was very, very limited throughout the entire 2 years that I studied. I decided to stop at the end of my junior year because I was not digging the professor and, I just didn't feel the same kind of joy that I felt from French and studying Spanish. I was good at it, I got good grades and I understood the grammar completely, but I just didn't really feel a connection with it, But I just didn't want to do German anymore. And so, as time goes on, I graduate high school, I, go through my entire freshman year of college, and around April of 2019, I started realizing wow, I really spent all that time studying German and I kind of just let it go. It was disappointing, because you don't want to feel ever like you wasted your time. That all of that time that I invested studying and, doing flashcards, even though it was very a systematic way of studying the language, it was still beneficial, So fast forward to September, after summer and everything, and I start thinking, maybe it's time to go back to German. I was just so scared of, finally battering up to the cases and the German grammar and, having to think about every single word because, the grammar is so integral to the language. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm very disciplined with my language studies. I like to constantly put myself out of my comfort zone, so I thought, what is a better way to, discipline myself to actively learn it and commit to it 100% than an actual trip to Germany. So I really, came up to plate and started studying, frivolously. Fervently. That's what I meant. Taking italki lessons, studying grammar, YouTube, music videos, just trying to mimic complete immersion as best as I could. So I continued like that until the end of December when it was time to go to Germany, actually go to Germany. So I arrived there on the 31st of December, which is New Year's Eve. I was so tired from the travel that, I just saw the fireworks at midnight and then I passed out. And waking up the next day like a very weary traveler, I realized I need a shower. But as every sane human being on the planet knows, nothing is open on New Year's Day. But, I had no option, so I decided to, go around the town looking for maybe a supermarket. So I was walking down one of the main streets of Germany, just frantically looking at all the signs on the doors of the markets, trying to see if anybody's opening soon, and I probably looked so desperate to the point that someone decided to help me. And she did, because I was, you know, frantically looking at all these signs. And then some lady came up to me. She's like, in German, of course, we're not speaking English. She's like, can I help you find something? And it just shocked me because I thought Germans were like very like non-strangers, like we don't start conversations with strangers. At least that's what I had seen on the internet, you know? So I was just kind of frozen, like, yes? But she was just a normal lady because I saw she had like a bag of bread in her hands, like a very European thing. So I guess she had just come from the bakery. But you know, this was the first time that I had the opportunity to communicate in a conversation since I arrived, you know? So I was very frazzled. I was like, ich suche Shampoo, kannst du mir helfen? She was like, oh, shampoo. She's like, well, it's New Year's Day, so told me about some markets. And then she was like, here, I'll come with you. And she started walking with me. And then while we were walking, she was like, you know what, no. She's like, you can just have some of my shampoo. We're passing my house anyway. I was like, Germans are not known for this, you know? Is she gonna kill me? I think she's gonna kill me. What person, you know, finds another person on the street looking for shampoo is just like, oh yeah, come to my house. I'll give you my bath supplies. So she stopped in her house and gave me her fucking Head and Shoulders. And I was like, does she think I have dandruff? I wasn't gonna be choosy, however, because it was free shampoo, but I'm like, I hope she doesn't think I have dandruff. And you know, she comes out, she's like, here. And then I was like, okay, thanks. And I thought it was over, but. And then she's like, have you eaten breakfast? And I was like, no, it's New Year's Day, there's nothing open. And then she invited me to come have breakfast with her and her neighbors. They didn't even know I was coming. I know for a fact that I was smelly, I looked like crap, and I was wearing like the most jank outfit, you know, because I thought that I was just going to get some shampoo and come back. I didn't know that I was going to be making like a whole tour of these people's houses. But you know, I was not gonna be rude, and I was very hungry, so I was like, yeah, let's go. And when she walked in with like this like raggedy waif off the street, because like, look at my hair. And she's like, this is Elysse. Hey guys, what's up? And there's like a bottle of shampoo in my coat pocket, so I have no idea what they were thinking in that moment, but like, I thought they were gonna kill me, and they probably thought I was gonna kill them. So everything was just kind of frozen for a minute because they were trying to like calculate why I was there. But then they were just like, oh yeah, come sit down, let's eat. Like, I came there every Sunday or something. So I had breakfast with them, and they were so nice. And we talked about like school, and we talked about movies, and we cracked hazelnuts. What the hell is happening? I don't know, it was just like, I still, as it was happening, I couldn't comprehend it or like process it in any way, but it was really, really cool. But you know, over everything, like the breakfast, the invite, the shampoo, I think the nicest thing was that nobody was acknowledging how terrible my German was. And they just never, you know, made me feel bad, and it felt very natural and like a welcoming environment. And German speakers know how difficult their language is, so maybe that's part of it, but still. And eventually, after talking and eating and everything, it was time to go. And when we left, she gave me her card, like her actual business card. And the point is, I thought that was the last time I was gonna see her. But a couple days later, I watched the Green Book movie that her husband recommended me. And I was just saying, oh, thank you so much again for the hospitality, and, you know, tell your husband that I'm watching the movie. And she responded and like asking me when I was going to leave. And I told her the day that I was going to leave, and I also thought that was just a formality. But fast forward a few nights, it was like the night before the night that I left, so like the penultimate night. She texted me like, hey, I invited some of my daughter's friends over, and we're all going to make like Vietnamese spring rolls together. Do you want to come? And I was like, yeah, I want to come because she was so nice, but then I'm going to feel like crap afterwards about my German. Like, I knew I was going to feel like crap about it. But despite all this, I was just like, sure. So I arrive, and like I'm with her and her daughter, and everything's fine. I'm able to communicate. That is until her daughter's friends arrive. And I was just like blindsided, you know, they're talking fast, they're talking over each other, it's teenage slang here and there, and on top of all that, it's German. So I was just completely blindsided. I bet you thought there was gonna be a silver lining. No, I felt like crap about my German. But you know, I just like bit my tongue and went through it, and I laughed when everybody else laughed, and I acted like I understood everything. I just shut up and ate my food. You know, honestly, it was so nice of her to invite me, but it also just made me realize like how long I had to go until I felt comfortable in German. You know, I felt sad during the dinner because of it in the moment, but overall I felt happy to be there. It was like such a like textbook definition of a bittersweet moment, but yeah. And you know, she changed my view of German people, because I thought that German people were very closed off and that they didn't really like Americans. And I'm sure that nobody really wanted to be there because they're just like, you know, having this nice friendly dinner and there's like a complete stranger. So I'm just thinking back to like when I was a teenager. If I had all my friends over and my mom just invited like some homeless waif off the street to come eat with us, I'd be like, get her out of here now, you know? So I don't know what they were thinking, but I just felt like, you know, there was a big stamp on my forehead that says like, I don't understand anything. I understood maybe like 40 to 50%. And afterwards when I left, you know, I was just reflecting, walking home. I was like, why do I feel like this? And I really thought that I was better than that in German, but I wasn't. And I was just like trying to brainstorm why I still felt so uncomfortable. And there's no big answer, you know, it's like a combination of things like stress and also just the fact that I'd never had enough like native experience, because I started out with classroom German, then I moved on to like patient italki tutors and easy German videos where they speak really slowly and clearly. I really just needed a reality check, you know, and that's the perfect thing because it's such a motivation for me at the same time. It embarrasses you in the moment, especially in my case, because I knew that everybody knew that I wasn't, you know, like understanding and I just didn't belong. But it's just another reason to like want to get down and dirty with it, because I want to be able to speak with them like in the same way that they were speaking. It's my dream to speak German like that. So given that it's a new year, it's a perfect reason to, you know, finally just jump the hurdle and get down and dirty and just develop my relationship with German so much more. So from a bird's eye view, if I could see like, here's German fluency, here's where I began, it's just good to have a reality check and just know. So my point is that things like this are good because, you know, you never know truly where you are and you never have a motivation to keep going unless you have a reality check. That's why native speakers exist, is for you to feel bad about yourself sometimes, suck it up, and just keep going. And that's basically my sappy story for Storytime Saturday. And yeah, if you want to see me speaking more terrible German or see other escapades to different people's houses to steal their shampoo and breakfast, you can go follow me on Instagram at Ellyse Speaks. It's ELYSSESPEAKS. And thank you so much to Aaron for having me on his channel to tell my sappy little story. It gets better, but first it's gotta get bad. Schönen Tag noch, or have a good day. Bye!